It's a factor of longevity. You live as long as I do, you have to move around a good bit, and that's really why I think I have a sort of elaborate resume. I saved 91 daycare centers in New York City at the end of the war, and I've done a lot of different things just because I've had the time to do them. Well, I guess I even have the energy to. But that's the most important thing I did. At the end of the war, it was assumed that all women would go back in the home and there'd be no need to finance daycare centers. Wives became a major sole supports of families for a while, and daycare became an enormously important economic factor. So when we found that the funding had stopped, we descended on Albany and on City Hall in New York, a whole group of us, and I got somehow, being aggressive, I got to be head of it. Pretty frightening, you know, to politicians see large groups of mothers and children marching. And the daycare centers prevailed. And we know now, even more than the need for daycare because mothers were working, early education is so essential that what we accomplished then by enabling the centers to stay open, getting state funds for them, has meant that thousands and thousands of children had the early education that is absolutely essential. I used to sometimes wonder why my mother wanted me so much to go to college. If I had failed to get in, I think she would have been hopelessly embarrassed. Women weren't expected to work except people who absolutely had to, and they lost social status. I'd wanted to be a mathematician, and my mother was kind of horrified at the, well, not just kind of horrified, she was horrified because, as she explained to me, no young man from the kind of family that she wanted for me, from the kind of distinguished life she wanted for me, would marry a female mathematician.